The first 90 days of ownership are so crucial for getting familiar with the business, establishing your leadership style, and building relationships with your team. It's a really important time to learn, observe, and lay down the groundwork for future improvements without disrupting daily operations. That's the important part to remember. So, what you want to do first is learn. You want to learn the business and you want to start to set the tone for leadership. And you want to do that by understanding the operations by observing. So you're going to dive into the business operations and watch what goes on day to day. You're going to want to figure out how you can spend time with each department, whether it's sales, production, finance, or customer service, or someone else, so that you can understand how everything works together. And there's two things here that you can do as you're shadowing your employees and you're learning from them. One is that you want to shadow the employees as much as possible. You don't want to disrupt them, but you do want to identify the key employees and follow them around to understand what their roles are and what their responsibilities are. You want to ask a lot of questions, but not in an intrusive way. This will also help you build relationships and foster trust. That's going to be important. While you're doing this, you want to try and tie things back to the financials and metrics. You want to regularly review financial statements, key performance indicators, and operational metrics to identify any immediate issues that need attention. You want to make sure that you understand the business's financial health and cash flow. Because you just added a ton of more debt to the business, this is now a whole new business, a whole new ball game. And you want to get on top of that type of thing right away. Cash is the king. So you want to try and make sure you have a system and process to track your financials and your cash flow performance early and often. And you want to do that in parallel with working with your employees and learning the business. The thing we really want to emphasize is that it's so key to build the relationships right. You want to establish strong relationships with employees, customers, and suppliers because this will set a positive tone for your leadership. And there's two different ways that you can do this. You want to communicate openly and hold meetings with employees, introduce yourself first, and then outline your vision for the business. Be open about any sort of changes that are in the short term or goals that you have, and emphasize your absolute commitment to maintaining the business's integrity and strengths. And then you want to engage with key customers too. You want to reach out to figure out who the key customers are and introduce yourself as a new owner. You want to assure them that the business will continue to deliver the same quality and service they expect. Use this opportunity to strengthen these relationships and gain insights into how they view the business. And then finally, you need to start to set leadership expectations. You set the tone for your leadership style in the early days, so be clear about the expectations, values, and goals that you have for the company. Balance learning with leadership here. While it's important to learn the business, you also need to learn how to show strong leadership. Employees need someone to look to, and now that's going to be you, for guidance during the transition period. So be clear and decisive and intentional when necessary and set clear priorities for the business.